A aerial view of all of the parts of the cow. Boom. And a 3 and a 2 and a 1. What's good, everybody?
Hey, yeah, we is unintentionally twinning.
Twin.
So today is a big day for your girls. Big day. Today we are buying our own full cow.
Like full cow, 466.31 pounds of muscle meat, organs, and bones. All that good.
The good stuff. So
nose to tail.
Very much nose to tail. Like the whole thing. Like the carcass too, you know?
No, not really.
All of it.
Kind of wants that.
Yeah, I wonder if you can eat the carcass. I don't know. Anyway,
anyways.
Yeah, so today we are buying our first full cow, and that's a pretty big investment. So we wanted to kind of go over why you would consider buying a full cow or a half cow or a quarter cow in the first place. And so our two main reasons is 1, economical, and 2, supporting your local farmer. So economical, if most of the food you're eating is meat, this is kind of like equivalent to going to Costco and buying your food in bulk, because you're gonna end up getting all of the really nice steak cuts, but also like
ribeye, New York strips.
Yeah, the good. And yes, you also do get the random off cuts like liver, chuck roast, heart, and stuff. But if you think about it, when you put all of that together and you combine it with the butchering fees and the wrapping fees, or however your farmer ends up doing it, what you get is a product that comes out to be about $3.50, anywhere from $3.50 to $8 a pound. Like all of those cuts. So like the really nice steaks, you're able to get them for about half the price of what you would
more than
at
half
the grocery store or butcher. Yeah, it just depends. Like our farmer really works with us.
We are getting grass-fed and finished meat for $5 a pound for all.
Yeah, that's
all
what
of it.
ours came out to be. So that, considering how much meat we eat, is just extremely economical for us. So that is probably our number 1 reason. And number 2 is to support our local farmer. So we developed a really great relationship with this particular farmer that we're buying from, but I recommend this for you as well. If you think about it, a lot of the, when you buy the full cow, 1, that ensures this farmer that they will have that sale and that it's worth their while to butcher this animal. And 2, a lot, like if you go to visit your local farmer, you will find in their freezer so many cuts, like beef suet, a ton of liver, a ton of random heart that nobody's buying. And so if you just purchase the full cow, that guarantees them that all those parts will be accounted for and they'll sell them, because they're selling them to you. And it really encourages you and forces you to get creative with what you're eating and explore nose to tail more, because hey, you just purchased all these parts, they're in your freezer, you gotta eat them or give them to your daughter or something.
Talk about being sustainable.
Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Shall we go pick up this cow?
Yeah.
Let's go get this cow.
Let's go get this cow.
Drop top, how we rolling down on College South Beach. Yeah, look like Kelly rolling, this might be my destiny. She want me to eat it, I guess then it's on me. You know I got the sauce like a
got home from the farm and it was all fun and games there, you know, like loading all the meats into the cars, but now we have to do something with the meats. Where do we start, Sarah? Where do we start? We need to roughly split it and give some to our parents. So okay, we're gonna go through each freezer, go 50-50. They're gonna get all the ground beef.
Let's get it.
So thankfully he, like, I guess organizes it, right?
Sort of, yeah.
Organizes all of the meat cuts into different bags, so therefore we can give some to our parents. And of course we've got the raw beef suet on the side, those beef kidney knobs. Okay, so we now have it all laid out, and I'm gonna show you guys part by part so you guys can get a better idea of how much of each cut of steak you get from a cow. So we've got 4 beef briskets, we've got 4 T-bone steaks, we've got a lot of, these are just beef shank soup bones, so all of this right here. We've got 5 beef rump roasts. We've got beef tenderloin steaks, so like filet mignons. We got a beef sirloin tip roast. These are all ribeyes, yum.
Here's a bunch more beef sirloin tip roast.
Oh shoot, okay, sorry.
Yeah, the lone wolf.
I was gonna say, all right. So beef sirloin tip roast, you get 6 of those. Beef short ribs shown here. And what's up next? Oh, our favorite raw steak, sirloin steak. All of the beef sirloin steak. What is inside this bag here? Oh, so then you get a big amount of beef stew meat. So that's what this whole bag is. So basically, I think just like leaner chunks of beef. And then this is all right here. This is beef arm chuck roast. Then we've got a whole cooler of beef round. Beef round is a lot, you get a lot of beef round from a cow. Next up, oh wait, just kidding. So beef round here and more beef rounds.
More beef round steaks.
More beef rounds.
This individual cut steaks.
Yeah.
Swag.
So then we got our special cooler, which is all the offcuts. So we've got our beef suet. We've got some beef brains. We've got beef tongue. Beef heart, beef liver, beef kidney, 2 of those, beef oxtail, and then last but not least, so most of the cow, to be honest, is gonna come as a ground beef, and we got a little bit of ground beef shown here, but we talked to the farmer and asked, like, hey, we aren't the biggest fans of ground beef, is there any way we could switch that out with something? And turns out he had a ton of chuck roast that he wanted to get rid of in his own cooler. So he let us switch all the ground beef with chuck roast. And guys, I think we're set on chuck roast. How long do you think that this is gonna last us? All right, brace yourselves. So we've got this bag here. It's chuck roast. So all of this inside, lots in here. Chuck roast in there. Very heavy. Ugh. And then this entire cooler is filled with chuck roast. And I don't know about y'all, I'd much rather be eating a chuck roast steak than ground beef, and it was the same price. Your girl's got her chuck steaks. Missed this cut, but we also got a beef cheek meat pack.
Yes. Okay, so today was supposed to be an off day from the gym, but it's uncomfortable because we now have like 466 pounds of meat that needs to be moved from our garage into our indoor freezer, which requires going up and down flights of stairs. So it's not an off day anymore. Yeah, we've kind of been like we talked about how we have to do that, and we haven't done it yet. So we're just still talking about it, me and you. We're talking. I gotta move 466 pounds of meat.
All right, let's start.
Let's go.
Tip number 1 for buying a full cow, get to know your farmer. Go visit your farmer. Go ask about his farming practices. Do you agree with it? Is it grass-fed and finished? Is it fully pasture-raised? This is your food that you will be consuming for a long time. So make sure that you trust the source. And the more you get to know them and the more that they like you, more likely they're gonna like cut you better deals on your full cow. So start getting to know your local farmer before you start asking about a full cow. Number 2 is if you don't like a certain cut, like for example, we didn't like the ground beef, ask your farmer if they have anything that they want to get rid of in their freezers that you can swap stuff in and out. Number 3, make sure that you are very clear to the farmer that you want all of the organs, all of the offcuts, all the suet. Butchers are gonna throw that stuff away like just as like second nature, which is sad, but you need to tell your farmer and remind him or her over and over and over again, hey, make sure you're saving those offcuts for me. Unfortunately, we didn't get all of the organs, we didn't get the spleen, and we didn't get like tendons or some more beef fat, and that's because we didn't do a good job reminding our farmer. But now that he knows, for his next cow, he's going to save all of that other stuff for us. So even though we got our full cow, the next cow, which is in I think like a month or two, we are going to be getting the tendons, the spleen, the extra organs that those people don't want. We want the trotters. So be very clear to your farmer what you want him or her to say for you. Tip number 4 is maybe ask someone to join in with you, whether that's someone in your community, one of your family members, significant others. So Sarah and I are gonna share most of this, but like we said, we're gonna be sharing it with our parents, and that may make the cost, the initial cost, a little bit smaller for you. And then also, if you don't have enough space for all of it, it'll make it a little more sense. And tip number 5 is to make sure that you have enough storage. So we were not prepared, y'all. We just had to go run to Best Buy and get another chest freezer. Whew, we have finally put everything away, and we're gonna show you guys the amount of freezer space that a full cow needs. So first freezer, this is a 7 cubic unit freezer, size freezer. And this, we've labeled all of them. So this has all of our chuck roast in it, some of the round steaks, all of our sirloin steak, all of our tenderloins, and our beef cheeks. So guys, this is like 95% chuck roasts. And then we've got, yeah, like our sirloin steaks, everything. So this is jam packed. So this is a 7 CU. Let's go see the other freezers. So this is like a normal fridge, and so we use the top freezer space, and it has some of the stuff that we had before, but this is where we put all of the beef offals that we just got. So we put the spleen, pancreas, kidney, trotters, testicles, tongue, oxtail, heart, brain, and liver. So this is all of our nose to tail, off-cut parts in here, all of our goodies like candy store, yes. And this is our big 10 CU freezer. Big boy, so I got Sarah for her birthday, but of course we're now using it. So this one's got the brisket, short ribs, ribeye steaks, T-bone steaks, the shank soup bones, all the stew meat, rump roast, sirloin tip roast, and then the other marrow bones that we've got. And then of course we've also got our raw dog food in here as well. So this guy's pretty jam-packed. That's the raw dog food, and those are raw meat buckets. And then all the steaks down there. And last but not least, this is another normal fridge in our house, and we've got all of our suet, other fat, and all of the pork meat that we had from before. So that's where this guys are. All the different fats that we have, pork, and yeah. So y'all, you are going to need at least 2 10 CU freezers, I think. I think that would be a good call. And this reminder, we gave like maybe 20% of the meat to our parents. So yeah, 2 10 CUs, maybe a third 7 CU. But if you have two 10 CUs plus your own freezer, should be good. This is also considering that we just got like a bunch of chuck steaks. I don't know how a bunch of ground beef packs. I'm unsure how that will fit in storages and stuff, but just keep that in mind too. So we are finally done putting all of that meat away, so that about wraps up this video. Meanwhile, I have a wild Ashley in one of our freezers.
All the meats.
The meats. But guys,
Hello. Hello, children.
One of the best parts about this now is that this is our grocery store and the freezer inside, so we can just come here, choose which, we'll never run out of meat. Come in and choose. Do you want chuck roast today? Do you want sirloin steak today? It's super convenient, cost effective for the long term. Get yourself a full cow.
Or a half or a quarter, you know, whatever you're ready for. But yeah, thanks for tuning in today. Hope this video was somewhat useful to you. If you have any questions about our experiencing purchasing a full cow, leave them in the comments below. Feel free to ask anything, and we'll keep sharing if we ever do this again. And
we will do this again.
I'm just rambling now.
Until next time, behave like an angel.
Behave like some angels.